Hi, and welcome to my continuation of my series of watching and reviewing a bunch of movies throughout 2025 that I've never seen before, and watching and reviewing throughout 2025 movie franchise that I've never seen before. So whether it be Pirates of the Caribbean, Rocky, Rambo, Harry Potter, Hunger Games, so on and so forth. Okay? So, a few minutes ago, I just got done watching for the very first time a movie with my dad that I've never seen before. Watching for the very first time, um, Gone with the Wind. Okay? So, um, let me know in the comment section below. Have you seen Gone with the Wind? Do you think Gone with the Wind is overrated, underrated? And, what are some movie franchise you never seen before that you're gonna watch for the very first time? And what are some movies that you never seen before that you're gonna watch for the very first time? Let me know that in the comment section below, okay? And throughout 2025, I'm gonna try to see how many movies that I never seen before. I'm gonna try to watch and review for y'all, and see how many movie franchise I'm gonna watch and review for y'all for the very first time, okay? So, um, so like always, I'm gonna give you the background of the movie, and give you my thoughts and opinions, and then give you the grade. Okay? You know, in that order. Okay? So, um, okay. So, Gone with the Wind was directed by Victor Fleming. Okay. It said that he did The Wizard of Oz, Gone with the Wind, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Joan of Arc. Okay. Now, it starred Clark Gable, Vivian Lee Howard. Came out December 15th, 1939. It said that it's 233 minutes, rated G. It cost 3.85 million, and it made 390 million at the box office. The film had a troubled production. The start of filming was delayed for 2 years until January 1939 because Selznick were determined to secure Gable for the role. When filming concluded in July, the role of Scarlett was challenging to cast, and 1,400 unknown women were interviewed for the part. Sidney Howard, originally screenplay, underwent many revisions by several writers, reduced it to innumerable length. The original director, George Cukor, okay, let's see what he did. He did The Little Women, 1933. He did David Copperfield, 1935. Okay. Okay. So he said that at the 12 Academy Awards, Gone with the Wind received 10 Academy Awards, 8 competitive, 2 honorary, from 13 nominations, including win Best Picture, Best Director. Okay. Now, Gone with the Wind, it became the highest earning film made up to that point, and held the record for over a quarter of a century. When adjusting for monetary inflation, it is still the highest grossing film in history. Okay? And in 1989, became one of the 25 inaugural films selected for preserved in the United States National Film Registry. I always look at National Film Registry as like the movie Hall of Fame. Okay, in my opinion. Okay. Now, it stated rated G, 1939, 3 hours and 58 minutes. Okay, got 8.2 out of 10 on IMDb. It got 90% from the critics, Rotten Tomatoes. The audience, now they call it popcorn meter, 92%. Okay. Now, to be honest, it's a movie I probably need to watch a couple more times. To be honest, I thought that the Lord of the Rings, like the Hobbit movie, would be like the longest movie I ever watched. And Gone with the Wind, and now the longest movie I think now. Okay. I never grew up with Gone with the Wind. Okay. Um, and before I did this review, I looked up some other movies that I know that I seen or grew up with to see if they're older than 1939 Gone with the Wind. They are 1933 black and white King Kong, one of my favorite movies. Frankenstein, Dracula. Okay, I think they're like what 1931 or 1932, somewhere in there. Okay. Um, so yeah. Okay. To be honest, I like those movies better than this one. Okay. I would rather watch those movies than Gone with the Wind. Okay. And I think those movies are more enjoyable and better movies than Gone with the Wind. Okay. Um, okay. That's just my opinion. Okay. Now, what else? Yeah, and I'm a big fan of the Captain Monsterverse. Okay, that's why I went and bought it. Okay, so if if you call this a universe, then I would say it's one of my favorite universe. Okay, like in my top 5 or something. Okay, so now like couple days ago at Walmart they had this for $10, and um, the only movie that I seen in the collection for $10 was The Wizard of Oz. Okay, and I grew up with The Wizard of Oz, and I think The Wizard of Oz is better than Gone with the Wind. Okay, um, okay. The only character that I liked in Gone with the Wind was Clark Gable as Captain Butler. Okay, as Rex. Okay, if he wasn't in the movie, if the movie was the same and it didn't have Captain Butler in it, I would probably say this is boring, not a good movie. Okay, to me, this is just an okay movie. Okay, the only time I get invested in it or have some kind of enjoyment is when he's on screen. When he's not on screen, in the movie, then I get taken out of the movie and don't like it. Okay. Um, um, in the box set, they put the movie Gone with the Wind in 2 DVD, part 1, part 2. So it's like an hour and 58, like what, an hour and 48 minutes, and then part 2 another hour and 48 minutes. Okay. So like the first hour and 48 minutes, them going to war, Civil War, and then um, part two DVD, Captain Butler and Scarlet, they get married, okay, and she buys she bought a mill, a lumber company. They have a baby. The baby died because she tried to jump a pony. Okay, and then one of their best friend get ill and died. Okay, um, but if you look back at the movie as a whole, mainly the whole movie is about Scarlett being selfish and she got mainly in love with Ashley, like like a like a boy, a man that had red hair, go off and fight in the war. Okay, and there was one time where she married for out of spite, for like revenge or something like that. And her husband died, and then she gets drunk, and she thinks that by her husband dying, she can get Ashley. But Ashley was already married, okay? And um, Captain Butler keep telling Scarlett throughout the movie, she didn't, I'm in love with you, okay? And those two don't go to war. But I think one time he ended up realizing he's a coward and wants to go to war, okay? And and then she said, "Oh, you're gonna leave me? Go on, I'll never want to see you again." She keeps saying that to him throughout the movie, okay? And then and then right when the movie, right when the movie's began to be over, she realized that she loved him, Captain Butler, okay? And that's when you get the famous thing that everyone, I imagine everyone knows, heard of, or seen a clip of it on the internet, YouTube. Fucking my deal, I don't give a damn, okay? And that's the only part of the movie that I've seen growing up. I've seen it at least a couple times throughout my life. But the other part of the movie, I didn't know what it's about, okay? Okay? Um, yeah, okay? To be honest, I thought this was just an okay movie. This is not one of the movies where I thought it was bad or good. I thought it was just okay. Okay? The Captain Butler, played by Clark Gable, that's his name? Yeah. He was the best part of the movie, okay? Um, yeah. Okay. Um, and I like a bunch of old movies. Uh, but this is not one of the old movies that I would watch over and over again. Okay, I know it got a good review. A lot of people like it. I would have watched. Okay, I think these two are better. Um, but I'm not gonna watch these movies this year. Sound of Music or Willy Wonka because I'm just trying to watch a movie franchise that I've never seen before. I've seen these like one or two times when I was little, so I'll probably watch them in a year or two. Okay. Um, uh, in the collection, like I said, the only one I seen was Wizard of Oz. So I never seen Casablanca, and I think the critic gave it a higher rating than Gone with the Wind. Okay, so uh, later this year I will watch Casablanca and review that for y'all. And I never seen Singing in the Rain. Okay, um, and then I'll tell you which one I like better. Okay, but then the same director that directed Gone with the Wind also directed The Wizard of Oz. Let me see here. Yeah. I would say I like the Wizard of Oz better. Okay, and to me, Wizard of Oz is a 10 out of 10 movie, an A+ movie. Okay, Gone with the Wind is just an okay movie. Okay, I don't think the Gone with the Wind need to be a 4 hour movie. Okay, cause there there uh, like some parts of the movie where it was like frozen or something, and they were just playing music, and then like 5 minutes later, the movie playing. Okay, and there were no end credits. So this is like one of the few movies where there were no end credits. Okay, uh, so yeah, okay, um, yeah, okay, um, so I do like a bunch of old movies, but Gone with the Wind is not one of them. And I'm here to tell you, I didn't hate the movie. I didn't like it. I mean, I didn't I didn't hate the movie or love it. I would say it's just okay. Okay, and I uh, I wouldn't watch it over and over again. But if I do watch it again, it'll be a while. Um, Captain Butler was the best part of the movie. Okay. Um, I'll give you a bunch of old movies that I like. The Wizard of Oz. I like Outlaw Josie Wales. Okay. I like Old Yeller. Okay. Uh, I like Will Bravo. Okay. Just to name a few old movies. Okay. Um, Frankenstein, Dracula, the original King Kong. All those are A+ movies. Okay. In my book. Okay. Um, yeah. Okay. Um, and okay. And Gone with the Wind, uh, probably will not get made today. And I can go in a lot of detail about okay, too long. Uh, they would say, oh, some people today say, oh, it's racist. A lot of things. But I would say uh, Clark Gable, the best part of the movie, as Captain Butler, the movie is about the dead, um, um, Scarlet, selfish, and couldn't get actually out of her mind. And then, okay, mainly that was the movie about. Okay, um, so yeah, okay, um, so um, and if I did hate it, I would say I would never watch it again or it's garbage. But I did find some enjoyment just a little bit, and the few enjoyment I did like it with Captain Butler thing. Okay, and he's the best part of the movie. Okay, and with that being said, I'm gonna give Gone with the Wind um, a C. Okay, just an okay movie. Okay, um, now you might hate me and say, hey, it's an awesome movie. It's an A+ movie. Okay, you give me 10 or 20 old movies and see how many of those that I like. Okay, there's a chance that I'll probably like more old movies than more modern movies. Okay, so uh, so that's it, and so look forward to more movie and movie franchise that I never seen before. Watching and review them throughout 2025 before 2025 is over. And let me know, have you seen Gone with the Wind? You think it's overrated, underrated? And for me, I think it's just okay. That's it. That's